Namaste, everyone. This is going to be a practice for holding space. So, we talk a lot about holding space in manifestation practice. So, holding space is receptivity as well as reciprocity. So, it's also in yogic science considered holding the pose. So, in yogic science, either that be any form of yoga, we do hold the pose for some time. Either that can be 30 seconds to 3 minutes, or to 31 minutes, or 62 minutes. We are holding the pose. And the reason we hold the pose, right, for a certain amount of time is because there is a receptivity and reciprocity to holding the pose. Right? When we hold the pose either for 30 seconds, what we're doing is we're aligning with that symbolism, right? Every sort of angle has a message, light language, right? And there are particular positions that have certain adjustments that occur within your energy system, right? Within your body, within your mind. So we are going to do a practice particularly for holding space. Right? There are other sort of positioning, as we know. There are positions for the warrior, such as archer pose, and that's about strength, and that's about vitality, and that's about courage. There's also positions that are about opening up the pituitary gland, right? There's positions for healing your digestive system. There's all kinds of positioning that we hold for even 30 seconds to 3 minutes because it's going to give us an energetic adjustment, right? So we are going to energetically adjust ourselves into the receptivity, reciprocity, as well as that holding space, so that we can really create a container that we're going to shine up our container, and we're also going to create a magnetism to our container. So for those of you who have, let's say you've done your journaling, you've done some meditations on what you want, what you would like to magnetize to yourself in 2020. You maybe have done vision boards. You might have done intensive visualizations where you spend 5 minutes a day or even 22 minutes a day just going in the visualization of whatever it is that you're trying to construct within your mind, like create a blueprint. So if you've gone through that process, this is something you do after, right? When you've gone through, you've really constructed that in your mind, like you created that blueprint in your mind. And that can take weeks, that can take months, that can take years. For a vast majority of us, that takes years to really, it depends on how dynamic it is, right? The constructing that blueprint in our mind is not just, can happen very quickly, right? If you have the mind of Nikola Tesla, right? But for a lot of us, it does take adjustment as we grow older and get wiser and we go through experiences. We have major wake-up calls in our life. That helps us to adjust the blueprint that we're constructing within our mind, right? Because many times we do have to grow up. We have to spiritually mature, and we have to emotionally mature, right? Before we can really spiritually tap into the more authentic blueprint of what it is we want to do. We have to be initiated, right? We have to go through a lot of tests and a lot of lessons in order to get to you can say our victory, right? When it comes to the blueprint we're constructing in our mind. So this is a practice that we're going to do after, right? After you do like 5 minutes of just deep sort of meditating upon what it is you would like to manifest for yourself. Now this is what we call a surrender phase. This is what we call receptivity phase. This is what we call hold the pose. So a lot of times what happens, even if you watch people in any form of yoga, right, when they're holding a pose for a long time, what happens is your body starts to shake, right? Especially if you're doing something that's very expansive, right? So a lot of people, like I said, the more expanded your manifestation is, the more energy you're gonna need, right? Because it's gonna be difficult, right? So if you want a lot of expansion in your life, that's gonna be equivalent to difficulty that you're gonna have in your life. And difficulty to me just means you need more energy than what you have. That's why it's difficult, because you need more energy than you have. So you need to find a tool to get that energy, right? And depending on the difficulty, you need to either get energy very quickly, or you need to get more sustainable energy, so you're not like that kind of right? A lot of people we're all collectively expanding our consciousness, and we're all collectively expanding these sort of templates that we have on planet Earth, internationally. And we're all kind of like, we're all sort of wounded by this technology age, because it has this moving in a certain way that is very foreign to everybody on this planet, right? Very, very foreign to us. So we're like, it's difficult, because we need more energy, right? We need the tool, right? We need to get a tool quickly, or we need to get a tool to help us have a sustainable sort of energy, right? So we're not doing this whiplash, right, that we do with ourselves, or this pendulum that we do, right? So that's kind of the level of expansion you have in the life is equivalent to the level of difficulty that you will have to go through, right? And difficulty, again, just means you need more energy, right? That means you need to hunt for more energy, right? Difficulty means you have to hunt, right? You have to be a hunter. And that's why we practice these sort of positioning, especially like warrior, right? Warrior kriyas, because it really helps us to be a good hunter, right? So that we don't mistake the opportunity, right? Just hunting anything, right? You need to have a level of sort of security within yourself, right? A level of expertise and a level of talent to be able, when that comes your way, you grab it and you soak it up and you gain the nourishment, right? We hunt for spiritual energy and sacred sites around the world. We hunt, even back in the day, we hunt for animals because we're looking for nourishment. Because nourishment is equivalent to energy. So we nourish ourselves through, like, I'm hunting for an animal, right? Back in the, or, hunting for blueberries, or hunting for honey, or I'm hunting for, right, some sacred site somewhere, right? Or I'm hunting for the clarity of mind, or I'm hunting for a tool that can help me to get some self-control over my addictions and bad habits, right? Or I'm hunting for something that's going to nourish me, so much so that I'm going to have more energy, right? So we think of nourishment as more energy a person has. When we're not nourished, right, when we're dehydrated, when we're malnourished, we tend to have low energy, and then we have low results, right? We have like a low quality of thinking, low quality of decision making, and just low quality of ability to solve problems. It's kind of like a equivalent to you gotta construct, right? You gotta build this, but you don't have the energy to build that properly, so you're just gonna kind of do it through ways that are not sustainable. And kind of on our planet, that's what we're doing. We don't have the energy to hold a sustainable sort of energy, so we're kind of maintaining sort of our energy reserve through like depletion methods, right? Depletion methods, right? Because we just don't necessarily have that energy yet, right? We talk about, Yogi Bhajan talks a lot about that higher energy, right? So we're going to create this higher energy so that we can expand, right? If we're trying to expand out of, right, in our life, that's what manifestation is. We're trying to expand ourselves, and it could be many ways. We do need the difficulty is we're going to need that energy, right? We're going to need energy very quickly, and we're going to need to be able to sustain energy. So we're just going to dive into this holding space practice. Like I said, this is something you do when you really feel like you're in this period of sort of waiting, right? As everybody goes through a waiting period. Everybody, right? and that just simply means that you have sent out the signal, right? Maybe for years, maybe for months, intensively, right? And now everything is, there's a period where things need to sort of open up, right? Things need to open up, and we call it divine timing. So being receptive is a very calming, very quiet sort of time where you really just listen to your intuition. And your intuition will literally guide you. It will tell you where to go, right? So what happens in our manifestation is we don't let it happen. We try to hustle and hassle, try to force it force it to connect. And what happens if, we're forcing things to connect that are not ready, it's premature. And what happens is we don't really get the fullness of it, right? We get it cheaply, or we get it and it's not really what we want, or we get it and we're not ready, and we're not really presenting a refined version of ourselves, right? Or we're getting a manifestation and we're still dealing with a lot of past issues, or this, that, and the other, and we're not really available to it, right? So this is the quiet, is really to help us become available to it, because it's there. It's just we have to be available, right? We have to be available to it. So just close your eyes and take a moment to just feel yourself and just connect with whatever it is that you would like to manifest for 2020. Okay, so for the posture, we're going to hold our hands like this. Kind of, again, it's not so tight, it's more loose, right? We're going to hold our hands like this, so not like this, kind of out. Sort of, this is like directly across from your nipple, and this is just a little bit out. And you're going to have your hands a little bit up, kind of at shoulder level. And you're going to close your eyes and you're going to do breath of fire, which is even inhale, exhale through the nose. And you're just going to imagine that literally like rain is falling down onto your palms. So really feel like there's rain coming down. Visualize that. Feel that chill, like chilly rain coming down onto you. And while you do the breath of fire, really visualize yourself in 2020 as though it's happening now and you're watching it. And if you do not have that clarity of mind, that just simply means you need to go a little bit deeper within your meditation practice. It should unravel naturally. It should not feel like a hustle, a hassle. It should not feel aggressive, and you shouldn't feel very anxious about it. You should feel very natural with it, right? That means that you're aligned with it. When it feels chaotic and it feels this and the other, it means that you need to work on receptivity, which we're doing right now, so that you can quieten the mind, so that you can start to naturally allow it to merge and to move for you, because Mother Gaia will move for you. All you have to do is participate and do what Mother Gaia tells you to do. Inhale. Hold, squeeze. Sex organ, rectum, navel, belly button, the spine, tuck in the chin, press the tongue, the upper palate. Inhale more through the nose. Hold the breath. Squeeze in, allow the rain to pour down on you. Sip of more air. Exhale. Now what we're going to do is we're going to reach out a little bit more, kind of further out, and have our hands sort of open. Kind of like, think of it like a lotus. When we think of lotus, we think of like this. This is lotus. We think of kind of like we're doing that with our hands, where you kind of see that, right? See that, kind of create that and bring it out further, right? Kind of like you're literally like there's something coming into you and you're grabbing it. Like there's something coming towards you and you're grabbing it. So really look at your hands and it should look like a flower. It should look like a blooming flower, right? Breath of fire. So this should, it feels like you're grabbing. Your hands kind of look like flowers, buds. And literally it's like you're pulling it in, you're grabbing whatever it is that's floating in the ethers that you've constructed in your mind. You've created a blueprint, your vision, right? Now this is the receptivity, while just allow it to come into you. This is more of I am available for it to come in, the idea, the instructions. This particular meditation is really going to help you to open up. Now the instructions may not necessarily fit, right, with your limiting beliefs or any sort of ego limitation, right? It may ask of you to be and to do and to participate in and get yourself involved in something that most likely will be out of your comfort, something that will challenge you and may present a test or a lesson, but it's there because it wants to break you down so that you can break through. Because a lot of times we can't carry the things that we've been carrying before. Many times we have to lighten the load, right? Newton's law said in order to get somewhere, you have to let stuff go, right? So if we want to get somewhere, according to Newton's law, we have to let go of things. So a lot of times with opening up, it's going to be uncomfortable and challenging because it's going to say, hey, you can't be doing what you did before. You have to let that go. Right? It could be a habit, a lifestyle, it could be friends, it could be a living situation, it could be whatever it is. You have to follow through on that, right? Because you need energy, and energy in Newton's law to get somewhere, you have to let the stuff go, right? You have to lighten the load. Inhale. Squeeze up and in and grab it, pull it into you, allow it to just flood into you. Exhale. Now place the hands on top of your head. And just kind of rotate counterclockwise the base of the spine, and just feel from the base of the spine that energy is sort of spiraling upward. And just long deep breathing. So just kind of rotate around your hips. You can go counterclockwise, you can rotate clockwise, you can do sort of big slow rotations, you can do sort of fast, sort of spinny. Just do whatever it is that's going to really create this movement from the base of the spine all the way up to the top of the head. So really connect this coil, right, at the base of the spine, the tailbone, all the way up, 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 the spine, all the way up to the top of the head. And then visualize the top of your head as like a funnel, and like a funnel that opens up, like a big giant sort of lotus flower that opens up with big petals that open up to receive the sunlight. Call it the white sun of your soul. Think of it like the top of your head is a giant flower that goes 50 feet out in all directions. The petals are ginormous. And think of it, above this giant flower is a white, sort of blue, whitish blue sun called your soul. And the sun gives light, gives energy to the flower. It feeds the flower, keeps the flower alive. So long, deep breath. It should feel oceanic, your breath. It should not feel shallow or tight or rigid. It should feel very oceanic. Again, this is going to really move your energy and help you to let go of some things like dead weight and just patterns, habits, ways of living that you need to, you feeling the calling to let that stuff go. So again, clockwise, counterclockwise. Really visualize your spine as like a gold snake or gold coiling energy. So we're trying to make you fertile, because receptivity, reciprocity, as well as holding space, is about being fertile. So usually women, when they're on their time of the month, they're most receptive, they're most in their reciprocity, and they're holding space because they're most fertile at that time. And that's usually a time when women are more likely to receive a lot of creativity, right? A lot of visions, a lot of ideas, and just a lot of psychic and intuitive awareness is very heightened during that. So there's something about fertility that really helps us to be more intuitive and psychic, right? So that we can be at the right place at the right time. And so that we can make more efficient sort of choices rather than hustle, hassle, and deplete choices. Okay, inhale. Inhale long and deep. Inhale more through the nose. Feel it inhaling all the way up the spine, from the tailbone all the way up to the top of the head. Sip of more air through the nose, press the tongue on the upper palate, squeeze. Exhale. Okay, now we're going to hold our hands. Again, this is all sort of positioning, all sort of angles to really help us move the energy that we need to move. So you're going to have your left hand kind of out like this at the nibble, the right nibble, kind of like you're cupping it. And then you're going to have the right hand kind of up, and you're going to be looking into the palm of your right hand, kind of looking at the hand and the lines on the hand. Like you're looking at the lines of your hand, and you're just kind of exploring your hand, looking at the different mounds of the hand, looking at the lines, looking at the thumb mound, just kind of exploring it. And you're going to kind of have it out just a little bit, so it's like open. This is like 90 degree. This is sort of having it more open. And you're going to allow yourself to take in, right? You're looking and you're taking it in. Long, deep breathing. So just go completely quiet and look and see. What are you receptive to? Really feel it, see it. Make yourself very fertile. Nourish yourself with the spiritual energy that's now falling, cascading upon you like nectar. That's very, very nourishing. Inhale. Exhale. Now, keep this hand here. It's the left hand at the right nibble. Now bring this other hand and bring it, so this is directly below it, and then kind of cross it over like this. And then it's kind of ahead of you, and almost like you're scooping up water. You're almost scooping up water, and you're sort of scooping it up, and kind of almost like you're pouring it onto your heart, or pouring it onto your chest, or pouring it into your left hand. And continue to just look at the tip of the nose. Really feel like you're cupping water. You're kind of pouring it onto your left palm, pouring it onto your chest. Again, this is very gentle, very quiet. Fertility is about the quiet. It's about being gentle. It's a feminine energy. Okay, now bring the left palm over top of the right palm, and kind of put it like a clamshell here at your solar plexus. So it kind of looks like it's like it feels like a clamshell. So kind of create that with your palms. So left over right. So there should be space. They're not clapped together. There should be space in between your palms. So it looks kind of like a clamshell with space in the middle. And you're just going to close your eyes, roll your eyes back, and go into this space in between your palms, and see that there's like an atom, almost like a pearl, right? This atom it's like a seed of light. You might see it, visualize it, almost like a seed, right? A seed of energy, pure, clean, pure energy. Long, deep breathing in and out through the nose. And really kind of press the fingers on the wrists of each hand. Allow everything to get so quiet, like you're in space. And there's this seed of light. Think of it like a seed of creation, or a seed of your soul, or a seed that is your attention or creativity that you want to birth. See this seed. Inhale. Exhale. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put your hands on this lower chakra area, almost like you're planting the seed. So kind of like, feel like you're planting the seed into this sort of reproductive energy, right? Connecting with this root chakra, this navel chakra, and really kind of press your hands on it like you're planting the seed, and you're going to go around very big, very, very much around your heart. Think of it like you're tossing and turning the soil, right? And you're going to chant with me. And this is a particular chant for fertility, right? For receptivity, reciprocity, for beauty. Right? To be beautiful is to be captivating, magnetic. Waheguru Karuna Jiyo, Waheguru Karuna Jiyo, Waheguru Karuna Jiyo. translation is God is a beautiful soul. Waheguru, Wahe Karuna Jiyo, 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 Wahe Karuna Jiyo. Other way. Wahe Karuna Jiyo, 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 Wahe Karuna Jiyo. Inhale, straight forward. Squeeze it into the lower belly. Exhale. Now just create a little stretch. Stretch the back of the neck. Really squeeze it up. Inhale. Exhale. Just creating a little adjustment in the back of the neck. So next thing we're going to do is have our hands like this. All our fingers are touching. It's very, very sort of very esoteric, right? All the things are touching, right? And you're going to bring them out in the, so you're going to look straight ahead, right? Your eye level at something 6 feet away. You're going to, something that, like a wall or something 6 feet away. You're going to have these sort of hands out at the eye level, but out in your peripheral vision, right? There's something very esoteric about things in your peripheral vision, right? It's something very it's something very sort of like a wind, right? Something that your peripheral vision, there's like a wind, right? There's like a pranic wind that moves in your peripheral vision. So looking straight ahead, really focus on whatever it is. It's also healing your eyes to focus straight ahead. And then what you're going to do is you're going to open it and then kind of close. Open it, but when you close it, really bring it like you're pulling in the elements. And just long, deep breath. So just look straight ahead and create this in your peripheral vision. And what it's going to do is it's really going to sort of stimulate your eyes and stimulate the nervous system within the eyes, moving through. And it's going to really sort of create this sort of energy, right, with your eyes, like this pranic healing energy. It's going to help you to become more, it's going to help you to pay more attention when we talk about psychically. It's going to help you to pay more attention psychically to what's in your peripheral vision, which usually has to do with things that you know but you don't see. Things that you know but you don't see. And this will help you to really become more, pay more attention. The things that you know but you do not see, right? This is going to help us to have more of a well-rounded vision, psychic vision. Because again, reciprocity and receptivity, holding space, is about being very intuitively sensitized to what is being said around you, to the land, to the dreams, to the nudges, the hints, whatever it is, the messages you get very subtly. So pay attention, because those little subtle messages can actually lead you somewhere, like a gold mine, right? We don't find a gold mine just through aggressively attacking. We find it through the sense or awareness. If you feel the land will tell you. The land will tell you through this sort of, you know, but you can't see it, right? You can feel it. You know it. That's why everybody came to the gold, right? The gold mine areas, land, because they couldn't see it, but they knew it was there. And that's a level of intuition. So we're just sort of looking for that sort of gold mine within ourselves, within our own sort of expression of divinity. We all have a talent. We all have a gift. We all have an expertise, a trade, a skill, an energy, a beauty to us that's there. Like a gold mine, we just can't really see it. So stare straight ahead and kind of feel like you're hypnotized by just the eyes. And ask yourself, what do you need to pay more attention to about yourself, your environment, your habits, your choices, the people you associate with, the way you handle things, anything. What do you need to pay more attention about yourself, and what do you need to pay more attention about the environment, the way you relate to your external. Long deep breath, breathe deeper. Exhale longer. Okay, inhale. Fingers wide, sip them right through the nose. Heal your vision with the heat of your palms and the heat of your fingertips. Heal your vision, your peripheral vision, the things you can't see but you know it to be true. You know it, but either you avoid it, you deny it, you distract yourself from it, you escape it, but you know it to be true. It doesn't go away. Inhale longer, deeper. Hold the breath. Pay attention to the things you know but you cannot see, and therefore you question, you doubt, you second guess. Heal that. Heal that lack of trust in your sight to know. Heal that distrust in your sight. Inhale more. Exhale. Now, close your eyes, bring your hands together, kind of hold your knees, and you're just going to rock side to side. This is a spinal adjustment you're doing. So it's kind of like you're rocking a baby, but you're sort of like rocking your spine. This is a spinal adjustment. You only have just a couple more and then you're finished. Again, these are all little subtle adjustments to really help you nourish yourself. This movement is also good for your digestive system, adjustment of the spine, also the healing of the digestive system. Okay, inhale, exhale. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to use the mantra Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na Ma. Okay, so it's about balancing out the elements. We've been working on the elements of the hands. Right, the elements in the hands, did a lot of hands. So for this particular energy adjustment, you're going to have your pinky and your pinky and your ring finger touching, right? It's kind of like this. So the pinky of the right is over top the left, and the ring finger of the right is on top of the left. You're going to have it, so you look, you see that, you're going to kind of have it here. You're going to look at the top of the ring finger. You're going to just stare into the sort of the top of the ring finger. You're going to have your fingers like antennas, right? You're going to have them here. And you're just going to breathe long and deep for a couple seconds. Okay, and now we're going to bring in the Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. So it goes like this. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. And then close your eyes and keep thinking like you're looking at the middle finger, the little ball. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. 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 sa ta na ma, 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 sa ta na ma. Now focus your eye, roll it back up and in towards that third eye, and really project that third eye and see a gas stove blue burning bush, and see within this burning bush, see your manifestations, see them kind of materializing within this gas stove blue bush. Almost see it kind of at the top of a mountain. You can see this mountain as snowy, you can see this mountain as abundant and green. Just see it on a mountain, and you've come to this gas stove blue burning bush, kind of like the burning bush of God, and see within it your manifestations, whatever it is that you desire for yourself. See it, and see it dancing, almost like you're a Native American woman or male, and you are dancing around a fire. But see, inside the gas stove blue fire is your visualizations rippling through the flame like a dance. Everything that you've been working towards, see it materializing through the flame. So project your third eye, transport yourself to that place, and see it in the gas stove blue burning bush. The flame through it, it's materializing. It's materializing. It's becoming more and more dense, meaning it's becoming more and more practical. It's becoming more physical. It has more weight. It's coming matter. It's turning into matter. This formless sort of vision is becoming and coming into matter. Sa ta na ma, 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 sa ta na ma. So see these materializing objects that represent whatever it is that you desire for 2020. It could be a materializing keys to a house. It could be a car. It could be anything. It could be independent. It could be healing. It could be repair. Maybe you're trying to repair your body or something within you. Just see it. See it happening. See it constructing right in front of your eyes. Whatever it is that you need, see it happening and demand it. Right? If you don't see it, demand it, and get very, very clear. Focus on it. Make it happen. Sa ta na ma, 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 sa, ta, na, 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 ma, za, ta, na, ma, sa, 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 ta, na, ma. Inhale. Now bring it all the way up. Exhale. Now bring your hands into prayer pose. Press it real tight into prayer pose. Like really put a lot of pressure against both palms, kind of like a tug of war. Press it tightly into his chest. Press it tightly into your sternum. Inhale long and deep, the deepest inhale you've ever had. Hold the breath and see this gas stove blue burning bush all around you, like you're sitting inside this gas stove blue burning bush. Sip in more air through the nose and see it materializing within the palm of your hand. Like the pressure of your hand is the pressure of these atoms called your ideas, your visions, your intentions, and your mind. See the pressure of it coming into matter, physical form, physical sort of tool or skill or education or knowledge or pathway or opportunity or portal that's opening for you to go into. It's materializing and you're there receptive, being pulled into it by the pressure of these hands. It's pulling you into it. You don't need to hustle, hassle, or desperately attack it. It's already pulling you into it. It's pulling you towards it. You don't need to do anything but just ride it. Ride it. Pull yourself. It's pulling you. You just have to keep allowing it to pull you, and don't get scared by how quick or how much it's pulling you. Don't be scared of it. Inhale more. Hold the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Press it so tight now, so tight. The hands are so tight. That pressure, you're using it to really pull you. It's pulling you towards itself, whatever that is. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Hold, squeeze, press, create a lot of pressure, Inhale more through the nose. Exhale. And relax. So now you get to fully relax. So after this, you can relax on your back, you can relax, you can take a bath, you can relax out in nature, you can journal. Just this is a time for you to really go quiet and to allow these adjustments to kind of send you a message. You're going to be pulled into a direction and allow yourself to be pulled there. And trust it. Don't be scared that you're feeling pulled, or you might not even feel pulled, but it's pulling you regardless. Don't be scared of it. Allow it to pull you, because it's pulling you towards what's going to give you more expansion and magnetism. You've sent out and constructed this blueprint in your meditation or your journaling or whatever tool you're using to really harness and focus on expansion for your life. Now, right, you're going to, the pool of it, you've already created that magnetic blueprint. Now it wants to be born, and it wants to be born, and it will pull you towards It's going to pull you towards what it needs to be born. Either that's education, either that's a place, either that's a person, either that's a thing, either that's you need more energy, or you need to make a choice, or you need to go in a direction, you need to let go of weight. Whatever it is that you're going to feel pulled to do, right? It's all for that. It's all for to help you expand yourself. Because again, with expansion, it wants to be born and it needs things to be born, right? We all need certain things to really come into the fullness of that. Just like building a house, we can't build a house on our own, right? If to build a house, we have to seek, right, material. We need a location. We need, let's say, education on what are we building. You need a blueprint. You need a designer. You need help, right? People to help you build it, right? You need to go through regulations. You need to make sure you got your ducks in a row. And how we do that, right? Build our facility on planet Earth, a creative heavenly facility on Earth, is that we do need to, right, we're going to be pulled in that it might cause a lot of pressure. It might, right, like building a house, it's a lot of pressure, right? You got to get things done. You got to organize it. You got to make sure you're not just, letting things loosely. You got to consolidate. You got to prepare. You got to train. And all of that can be a lot of pressure. It can be very, very heavy seeming. But it's the heaviness of not doing it is actually a lot heavier than the heaviness of doing it, because the heaviness of not following your intuition or not sort of doing what you need to do to get yourself organized, consolidated, and simplified is actually in the longevity. It's actually a lot heavier, right? Because when you're holding on, you can't entirely move forward, right? Just like Newton's law, if humans want to get anywhere, they need to let stuff go. So, right? So when we don't let stuff go, when we don't go, right, with a pool, right, and take what we need and let go of what we don't need, what happens is that we can't move forward. We can't expand. And when people can't expand, they tend to just dwell, and they tend to just get stagnant, and they tend to get very calcified. And we don't want that, right? So expansion is about movement. It's about agility, right? We expand through our consciousness, through travel, through, new relationship, new friends, taking on new creative things, new jobs, whatever it is. We expand through new experience or just experience in general. Either it's challenging, that needs a lot of energy, or it's something that we consider a blessing. Whatever, a challenge or a blessing, it's the same thing, right? It's experience. Right? And it's there to expand us. And when we don't have the movement to expand because we've carrying just so much, right? The weight of carrying all that stuff we know we don't need, but we're just kind of like, it's even heavier, right? Because it makes us feel stagnant and we're calcified. And when we're calcified, it's almost like there's just layers and layers of this thickness that we have to travel through just to get to move. Just to move, we have to pick up all of this stuff, and then we have to move it over there, and then it's like, what's the point of all of that, right? Just shed these kind of skins that you don't need, that you're just kind of dragging around, and then keep it moving, right? And that's how we decalcify, our pineal gland, decalcify our, just these layers that we all have around us. Dead weight, dead energy, unspoken things, this dwelling, right? So this was a practice to really help us allow ourselves to be pulled, inspired, and motivated, and allow ourselves to let it happen. Right? Let beauty prevail. Right? A lot of people think beauty will not prevail, so they have to do all this weird sort of hassle, sort of charlatan thing to get what they want. But in the right, the long-term view, it actually is not really, beauty prevails. And beauty, as Yogi Bhajan would say, is not just a physical shell, right? We're not just looking for a beautiful shell. Beauty is also, you have the smarts, you have the looks, right? You have an aura, right? Beautiful, the looks, and you also have that sort of physical beauty, which is the physical beauty has to do with you have that posture, that stance of you honor and respect and love yourself, right? That's what we call about beauty that really earns the wealth of this universe. And that's why women, naturally, they're mentally beautiful, physically beautiful, and also they're very emotionally beautiful as well. And that's why women are more magnetic, radiant than men. That's why women, we attract so much to us. Either that's wanted or not wanted, wanted or not wanted, we attract a lot. But when we really start to build our aura, right, the discernment, the boundaries, and when we really start to sort of establish a rule within it, or establish sort of like a sort of a presence, a character to our aura, our beauty, then we really start to navigate, through the wanted and unwanted, magnetizing things to us with a sense of like a sharpness of beauty, right? Beauty like a thorn can be very sharp. Beauty of the cobra, right? The sting can be very harsh, right? And we have that, right? We have the beauty. Every animal is beautiful, but it also has a protective beauty. Either that's a poisonous snake, either that's a thorn on a rose, either that's tusk of an elephant, right? Either that's the claws of a tiger, right? Either that's the sort of this poisonous skin of the frog. These beautiful creations all have the sharpness to it. And we women, we have that sharpness to us, where we magnetize so much to us because we're like a beautiful, colorful frog, right? But then we also have that sort of striking sort of energy, that smarts, that helps us to really navigate towards a manifestation while being safe about it. Because women, it's all about us feeling safe, and that's why we never manifested in the past. We never manifested in the patriarchal age as much as we could, because none of us felt safe. We felt attacked, we felt enslaved, and we felt all this, like they were gonna, chop our heads off, and my head got chopped off in that life, and it's just like, whoa, okay. Right, so a lot of us women, we did not feel safe, so we either try to be ugly purposefully, or we just literally were hiding our beauty, right, in the corner, right, and we never left the house, right? So now that we're starting just now to feel more safe, right, that we're not, it's not the Piscean time anymore. We're actually now starting to let our beauty come out. Like a frog that was once very beautiful, bright colored, now is kind of brownish and dull and hiding somewhere in the tree. Now we're starting to come out, right? We're starting to show our color. We're starting to show our creativity, right? We're starting to show that, yes, I am a beautiful red rose, but don't get me wrong, I have thorns. I will cut you up if you, right? Or I'm a beautiful cobra snake. Look at me. I'm very mystic, and I have, thought of, I can take you to other worlds through my eyes, right? But I also will bite you, and I will kill you if need be, right? And that's kind of like the we think of the snake, that there's a female snake, I don't know what the name of it, but it literally procreates. It merges with the male, and then the male spider, and then it eats the male spider after, right? That's not just for a spider. That happens in many other species as well, of either insect or animal, right? So we're just now beginning to feel safe, receptive to, safe to actually allow our beauty to, right, move, and to move mountains, and to bring, right, something, innovation, and something big and expansive into the lineage of what it means to be women on this planet. So thank you for joining me, and may this serve your life. So Sat Nam.